Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, The Age of Ashes, Adventure Path, Book 2, Cult of Cinders. We are back, I want to say mid-battle, but this is more like I would call a dumpster fire or, village jungle fire, previous, if you watched the last episode. If you've not watched the last episode, is this the first you're seeing us? Go back to worst looking video and audio. But we swear it cleans up and we stop going on about Fancy Grounds, though they are our sponsor. Still, God bless them all for all the books they gave us for free. And when last we left our heroes, we did not have this nice gallery shot. Hey, we're going with the gallery shot now, guys. Look at this. Hey, yeah, because we're missing a lot of, well, obviously we are a podcast first and foremost. And you hear the laughter, you hear the chuckles, and hopefully these guys aren't muting too much that you miss on some of those reactions. We're working on our mic discipline. We have been for 4 years. It's not easy when you change cast and games to maintain that discipline, I can tell you that. And you'll constantly hear me going, mute, unmute, type of thing. And we could spend the 5 hours per episode across 7 shows going in and editing that out, but we don't, because we do enjoy that sort of, I don't know, I guess you could say a little bit better of a live feel. If you're watching the live show on Friday night, we have, right now, we've moved Monster Interrupted to Monday nights at 8. In the works, we are having another stab in the pre-production of Starfinder under Rob Hammond, and we're going to try to launch a brand new adventure path that's never been done. And of course, on Friday night, we're either playing Star Wars or Age of Ashes, or always something in the Mongers bundle that's exciting. So we're happy you're here. A bit of a late start tonight, but worth it, because again, you never know when the winds of fate are going to shuffle the characters around, the cast members, or a TPK, which Joe Gibson assures me, no matter what I read, how much cakewalk. Okay, I have read some encounters in the second book that do look intimidating, like this one. Let's talk about how we screwed up this encounter last time. So taking us over to a battle menu and switching our view back to something that's a little bit more single person friendly, I'm going to share with you the battle map, the battle music, because as far as I'm concerned, this stuff is still, it's happening. This is happening. It's happening. It's scary. It's happening. When last we left our heroes, we had discovered a burnt-out village in one of the lower left hexes of the jungle, and out of nowhere, elephants came running. No, that was a mistake. They're supposed to be wandering around the village. Kind of pissy, so my bad. I started a surprise round. Ooh, there are no surprise rounds in 2nd edition. Whoops, again, my bad. And these things could have, should have, would have trampled a bunch of members as we reread the trample rules. So let's talk about trampling so the players can base their new actions in this new round on what they could have seen, should have happened, might have killed. Now, it's not like they got scot-free. Our ranger stepped up with training in nature, like any character could with training in nature, and tried for a whopping huge DC to try to calm them. Fail. Didn't hit the DC 28, though she got close, 26. If a character, probably a ranger, had the wild empathy feat or class trait, I'm assuming it's something you have to buy now. I mean, you got to buy your familiars and such in this game, so you got to like spend feats to buy up a lot of class features. If you have wild empathy, I'll even reveal that you could do a diplomacy as normal, that the wild empathy lets you diplomize with animals and such, with a DC 23. But she didn't have that ability. And then out comes Captain Stealth with a horse chopper and just wails on this poor, innocent, I want to say defenseless, it's huge, it's like 3x3 squares, I've never even fought anything this big, wails on this sucker, gets a good hit, and then discovers that this creature has 15-foot reach with a trunk, picks him up, and could even run with him, and then he managed to wiggle out. And now you have some very upset and one bleeding elephant, and I believe Albrecht Stonechucker had called for a retreat and ran off to the west. And characters that could scattered. we'll leave it at that. So bringing down, imagine a path that is like 40 feet wide, cut through a jungle brush on a map. And then the buildings come 4 burnt out structures down along the left side of this path, and 3 sort of L-shaped twisting structures around the right side, hugging a well that is just off center to the east to the right. And in the entire top half of this map, where we have 2 elephants bustling around in that gap up there, and players everywhere, also in the top half of the map, the scene comes down and reinitiates itself in round 3, where it is an elephant's go. The elephant that is at the top. And this elephant is allowed to trample. 3 actions. All of my actions. This creature can trample, and I will read it now. The monster strides, not steps, strides. So boots it. Does a movement, 30 feet, regular move. Up to double its speed. So let's assuming this thing has 20 to 50 feet. It can move through the entire map. And can move through the spaces of creatures of the listed size. This thing is huge. It can trample anything large, medium, small, tiny, minuscule, paperclip, you name it. Trampling each creature whose space it enters. So I could do a run like a train. I could go through several dudes. The monster can attempt to trample the same creature only once in a single use of trample. So he kind of like goes through and hits everybody once. But the trampled creature can attempt a basic reflex save at the listed DC of the creature. If you get a critical success, you take no damage. Half damage on a successful reflex save, full damage on a fail, and double damage on a critical failure. And what I have looking at me here, it doesn't talk about striding is striding. Like, you can move, you can turn, right? And it says up to double its speed, which means it doesn't need like a run. It can just turn and just start running. That's the scary part. So, unless our rules lawyer is thought of something in the core that contradicts what I've said, because yes, I still rely very heavily on my rules lawyer, Joe.
No, that's exactly what it is. Like, it's the same as a sudden charge for majority of the martial classes that can take that feat.
You know, I've just
double your movement, and then
just so attack. Those that are not watching the video, I have just pointed an elephant at his character, and Joe, you sound far away. Did you move your mini map?
I know. Sorry, I sound very.
Stop being a wuss. Like, you being far away from the microphone does not make your character any further away from what's about to happen to you. I'm sorry. So, moving forward and up, and basically, right through Niles and off the map even. Into the bush. It goes right through Niles with a trample. The DM apologizes. The upset, wounded, and elephant does not. However, this is what shoulda, coulda happened, in the last game. Just showing it, okay? I'm not going to erase, and I can't discount what actually happened in the last game, where this animal that was wounded by a figure in front of it, that it grabbed and wiggled out, and still staring down the barrel of a goblin with a horse chopper, would not 180 just because you poked me in the butt. Its interest would be in the goblin. So he actually goes straight forward, straight through friendly elephant, which you're allowed to do, and just goes running straight through the village to the other side and right over top of our goblin. And that is its official move. Hopefully I've corrected any mistakes, or you understand our mistakes from last game, and we are going to try to move forward with it all. But also, like I said, we're not just going to cancel, the actions of characters and monsters in the last game. So, if everyone's clear on that, I have now set saving throws to the characters. So remember we used to drop a spell or whatever, and Fantasy Grounds would just roll your save for you, and you'd have to suffer? Nope. I am going to trample, and I am saying the DC is a reflex of 24. So give me a reflex save, Lobrak.
Will do. Oh, 3 on the dice for a 17.
Okay. So you see how it pops up now when I click it? It says PC, you roll.
Yeah.
And then it says Lobrak 17 fail. But that's pretty cool. That's not a crit fail because the DC is 24.
That's good.
So you take regular damage, which is probably really terrible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of really hurt me last round, too.
2d10 plus 9 bludgeoning damage. This thing steamrollers you, sir, for a total of 24 points, bringing you back to... Now, weren't you healed last...
Yes, I was.
Okay. I have also added a dot indicator to your minis, so you have a little green dot going, I'm healthy, goes yellow, like it just did now, going, not so healthy, and red is in big trouble. As well as you'll notice the icons. There'll be tiny little icons taking up your mini, right? Because we had you as grabbed and whatever, and we've got to clear those effects. It'll help remind me, as well as yourselves, that you're not suffering effects that could affect dice rolls when you're not supposed to. Where is Lobrak? I don't even see you here. There we go.
The Lobrak is right next to the elephant, or the second one next to the well.
Okay. It actually puts your failure as a condition. So you remember it.
I saw that.
That's not nice. That's not nice. Fantasy grounds. That's not nice, man.
You shall be ever reminded of your failures, boy.
Not bad. You have to see me after work for some extra voiceovers. Albric, Stone Chucker, you are up, sir, and the next elephant is on deck. Al, run it off.
Are you daft? Get out of there!
Okay.
I'm going around the south end of the village. I'm gonna see who's calling for help.
Okay, so you're at the north end in the foliage. You're just going to start traipsing through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like working my way around the buildings.
If it was deep jungle, I'd say it's difficult terrain, but if you're on the edge of a village, then I know you're seeing a lot of canopy here, but I don't think I'll count this as difficult terrain, so you're pretty much free to move.
Okay.
Unless you want to sneak.
2, 3, 4, 5. Like, how high are the walls of these broken down things?
Oh, they're all varying heights because they burnt out, right? I would suggest stealth just in case it doesn't see you just kind of trotting along. But I do know that you guys have some, like you're in the wood, you're in the bush, you're behind the buildings. Like if there's nothing out in the courtyard to distract them, then you guys would worry because they're out there just kind of looking around, right? But they're flanked by people jumping around. You're pretty much good to make a run for it, I'd say.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to do. So that was 1 movement, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 movement. Let's see.
So while you're deciding that, sir, probably unaffected, I'm going to talk about what...
well, I still got 2 actions because I'm hasted.
Yep. I was just going to tell them what the elephant's doing while you're doing this. I thought you were deciding.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Illusory Creature.
Oh, okay. And how does that work? Let's talk about that spell. That's a new one.
Pardon me. No, it's not. I've used it before, but not for a while. So you create an illusory...
when did you use it? I remember every fight and every spider climbing.
I think I was using it to set up flanking in a fight. But I'll read it. You'll remember it when I read it.
Okay, let's have it.
You create an illusory image of a large or smaller creature. It generates appropriate sounds, smells, and feels believable to the touch. If you and the image are ever farther apart than 500 feet, the spell ends. The image can't speak, but you can use your actions to speak through the creature, if the spell disguising your voice is appropriate. You might need to attempt a deception or performance check to mimic the creature as determined by the GM. This is especially likely if you're trying to imitate a specific person and engage with someone that person knows.
That's awesome. You could like put a phantom out there and go, wugga, wugga, wugga. That's pretty cool.
Yep. In combat, the illusion can use 2 actions per turn, which it uses when you sustain the spell. It uses your spell attack for attack rolls and your spell DC for its AC. Its saving throw modifiers are equal to your spell DC minus 10. It is substantial enough that it can flank other creatures. If the image is hit by attack or fails a save, the spell ends.
Okay.
The illusion can cause damage by making the target believe the illusion's attacks are real, but it cannot otherwise directly affect the physical world. If the illusory creature hits with a strike, the target takes mental damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Blah, 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 blah. The type of damage depends on what you are creating an image of. Any creature that touches the image or uses the seek action can attempt to disbelieve the illusion. If it disbelieves the illusion, it recovers from half the damage that was dealt from it.
I think this is going to end up being like a case by case. So, how many actions does it take you to sustain? Is it 2 for you to sustain, and that's what gives it its 2?
No, it's single action to sustain.
Oh, okay.
But it's 2 actions to cast a spell, and that's what I have. So I am going to create something that is very distracting. What is distracting?
Now,
I know.
keep in mind,
I'm going to create.
You want to do a recall nature because you don't even know what this is. You guys have
No, I don't even need to.
Okay.
I am going to create a visage of Lobrak.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it. What's the range? The range is crazy on it. Hold on a second.
So you can move away 500 feet and then it ends, but what's your actual? Do you need like a visual on it?
I don't think so. Where is that?
Do you want to like assuming these walls are
Yeah, the range is 500 feet.
okay? So see how there's a hole in the wall here, right behind you. If I back you up here,
Yep.
peek through there and you see the hole in the front of the building, and you can put something right out in the middle if you want. Otherwise, we're gonna
That's exactly.
okay. Otherwise, we're gonna have you come
Yep.
to like a gap because if we're gonna give you some
That's-
cover and yeah,
That's what I will do.
awesome.
Right in the middle, an illusion of Lobrak.
The illusion of Lobrak.
Yeah. I'll throw the illusion out there.
Yep.
Boop. And then say, "Hide you, wee green fella. Now's your chance." And the thing's just gonna sit there and go,
Nani boo boo.
"Yep."
Okay. So you cast, and
And that's the end of my action.
Okay.
So
you put
carry on.
you put a phony Lobrak out there. Lobrak looks nothing like you. I know what he's talking about. He says your ears are too. He makes your ears look too big. Your teeth are too round. You know, where's the heels? Where's the flare? Elephant, the next one. Okay. An elephant went charging past me, blindsiding me on the left. My interest is drawn. I was coming up and I was interested in 2 figures on the right. Now, trampling, I can stride, but I don't think I can squeeze. So I think our ranger is actually not in bad shape because I don't think I can trample and squeeze at the same time. I mean, I could probably jump in there and say the building's burnt and crash it and wreck it, but then the elephant might get hurt. So if one elephant comes by me this way, I'm going to take an action to look to see what's what. So it burns an action for perception and see, what the hell's going on. Do I notice the flattened guy beside me? Somebody up there around the corner, that kind of thing. Which will actually keep me from doing a triple move trample. Oh, shit, your slow spell. Is that done?
Yeah, it only lasts 1 round.
Okay. I was going to say, there would be no trampling from the previous. Phew, I'm glad, because it's like, oh, damn it. So, perception, looking around, see what's what. And with a 19, I believe I can see you peeking. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just clips you with the butt, with the right haunch there. And my target is Niles. Steady on his feet, flat on his back, always a flask in hand. Let's see how he stands up to, I want to say Usurian, but that's not. Pachyderm. Pachyderm power. See how you stand up to the power of the Pachyderm. Trample. Would you please roll a reflex save for me, Niles?
You can't trample.
Why not?
You burned an action to perceive.
Oh, that's right.
You just said that.
Yep. Oh, Daddy's so tired. I really want to trample, but I can't. So I come running at you. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 20 feet. 25. And a little turn. And a little turn. And I'm going to grab you with my trunk.
Much better.
Thank you.
My. Oh, that hits.
Yep. 33. Grab. Hello. Yes. And that's me for now. Which brings us to Alethea Evening Star, who could not be with us this evening, so I spoke to her about her intentions. She sent the wolf off. Al said retreat. So basically, she told me that she would go into hiding, and, you know, if you guys were foolish enough to continue the fight, she would debate whether to snipe or not, because she knows the elves would be very upset and horrified if you killed these things. So she's going to bugger off, try to hide. So into the woods she goes, and that is her. Which brings us to good old Lobrak. Lobrak Senior, not Lobrak Illusionary Junior. Lobrak, what do you want to do?
So I'm going to bounce in between these buildings and run away.
I do have some
into
good.
the
I do
brush.
have good news. Nowhere in Trample does it says the creature is knocked prone. Not one.
That's okay, because I actually have something that allows me to do prone stuff.
Oh well, no, I'm just saying. But you're not. Probably.
Well, yeah, no,
probably because the reflex of you like trying to cartwheel the hell out of there and taking like a you go up over the hood of the car, come down on your feet. So
Yeah.
off you go. What do you want to do?
So yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 into the underbrush.
Okay, through the gap in the escape route that Al has padded for you, right? Bye.
Exactly.
And what? Stealth?
Yes, stealth.
How did I know? Sorry, that was a prediction. That was not me trying to tell you what to do.
Well, no, that's honestly a good idea. I got a 6 on the dice for a non-natural 20.
Okay, cool.
And that will be my turn.
Reyna sniffs out Master, and Stepan Oakenheart is down a well. And also not with us this evening. However, I talked to Spiegler at work today and asked him what he wanted to do, and his actions are not going to come to fruition until probably the end of the episode. So he's doing something possibly, but you probably have forgotten about him already. Niles, is your time to shine.
Yep.
Like show him your.
Yeah, I'm grabbed.
Yeah.
Show what you can do.
Would you like to wiggle a little? Wiggle,
Yeah,
wiggle,
I'll try
wiggle,
to
wiggle,
escape.
wiggle.
We'll try to escape.
So you need to make an athletics check versus my fort at 10, right?
Yeah. Roll plus. I need to attempt to check against the DC of the effect.
Well, I don't think they give me an actual effect. They just talk about. Oh, you mean the roll I did to grab you?
Yep. That's the effect.
Oh, okay. So critical attack trunk at 33.
Yeah. So I need to roll
Why is that?
natural 20.
Why can't you just wrestle with me? Like you,
Because I'm trying to escape.
yeah, no, like you scooped it up. It was a good grab, right? But
Yep.
usually, like in regular wrestling, everything we've done up until now is just you versus my fortitude save, which
Because that's grappling. not grabbed.
Ah,
Victor.
okay. No, this is. I thought so, but it's like, you know what? If I play the student, then at least, you know. I'm hoping the audience has figured this out by now. Actually, we've had comments that people actually really enjoy the fact that we hash stuff out because it makes them look in the core book for their own games instead of the DM going, "Trust me, it's this. Let's go." You know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So
Okay.
hopefully Fantasy Grounds is going to be nice here. And
Athletics check, go. What's your bonus? Just so we know the suspense.
plus 11.
Natural 20 it is.
Oh, and 3 it is.
Okay.
So no.
You managed to loosen your chin that was pinned to your chest. You managed to loosen your chin and your goatee.
Ah,
Breathe now.
but the problem is using athletics in that way is an attack trait.
Yeah.
So if I try again, it's at a penalty.
Yeah.
So I might as well.
Yeah, like I said, but if with the natural 20, right?
Yeah.
This is like one of the few times where you can go second, third, right? I mean, what are you going to do? Sit there and squeeze and go, aid another! Somebody get me out of here! I would really like to aid you, freeing me! You know,
Yeah, I'll try. This problem is critical fail. This is a bad one. So
yes. Gets tighter.
that's no, it just ends.
Okay. So 14, 21,
So
yeah.
that is
On
-5.
Okay. We'll just,
That's a
but you're high enough that, what?
that's a critical fail on my first one. So I am done.
Okay. You try to wiggle and you'd end up like slipping down, making your situation worse. But your next one, even at negative 10, 11, I'll say you're at par.
No,
Round.
my first one was a critical fail.
Yeah. Oh.
So I can't do it anymore. Critical fail, that's the effect.
Well, then stop rolling.
Yeah.
Confusing your DM.
Yeah, I'm done.
Meanwhile, back to the front. Okay. As efficient as these creatures could move in like gameplay, I like because the way they've described the way these things attack and move and think is really true to the real elephant. So I think it literally kind of has stormed off map and like does the 180 and comes back, you know, looking, as opposed to doing some kind of tight you know, like 180 turn right here at the bottom of the map and comes stomping back. So it just, you know, it wanders off, goes stomping off, turns around and kind of comes back at a more, you know, looking for its next whatever. And yeah, approaches, you know, gets to its original position, like bottlenecked here in the lower half of the map, and just kind of holds up looking around. And burning perceptions. And what does it see? I see a dancing little waving, as long as Buddy keeps his sustained spell going. We shall see. Elbrick, you want to make the monkey dance?
I will
Yes.
sustain the spell. And then I will move stealthily towards that little hut at the bottom.
Okay.
So I don't know how good my stealth is. I should check that.
We're
Probably
about to
not.
find out when you roll the dice for me, because I'm not going to let you just tell me, it's stealthful. Yeah. No, really. Let's have a roll.
Natural one.
one. Okay.
Just like walk into like everything. Every branch is breaking.
Oh no, I got the best one for you. So give me your movement.
All right. Well, I'd be half movement because I'm trying to be stealthy,
No,
right?
no, just give it to me, right? So, because you believe you're stealthy, right? So give me all your moves
Yep.
and all your rolls, and I'll tell you what happens.
All right. So that's the first one.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Here's my second one. Rocking it. 1, 2, 3. And this is my last one.
Okay, so I'm tracking your movement. You've got a
It is
natural
stealth.
1, which came to 4.
And a 21.
Okay. So remember I said the elephant is receiving?
Yep.
Now, a natural 1 is obviously a critical fail.
Yes.
But an 8, if you're lower than my 10... No, actually, they don't do opposing rolls this anymore, do they, Joe?
Because it's based on if the creature is seeking and somebody's trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, it's literally seeking.
The person rolls their stealth check.
Oh, but
One.
seeking is out of combat, though. Yeah, like... Seeking
Yeah,
is...
but that's why you use perception.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, the seek action is, like, in not in counter mode. It's in exploration mode. I am actively seeking, and then that's why he gets his 1 roll, and do I see you? Like, we're in the middle of combat, so we got to base it out. Okay, so this is what happens, my dude. Backtracking you here, okay? You start sliding along this wall. You fail the first one. You get to here, okay? You're into your second move, you know, and this back wall falls down, revealing you. like the whole, you know what I mean? The proverbial Bugs Bunny Roadrunner where he's walking by and the whole freaking wall just goes, and he's like completely out in the open, right?
Yep.
And anyway, you're walking along and the wall is falling kind of with you, and you end your second move there, you know, and hopefully the elephant doesn't see it. It's kind of looking at you, and then you want to finish. It's your turn. You completely, you know, because failing to sneak doesn't mean you have to stop moving.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I moved the last one, and
Yeah.
I'm attempting to move
so
stealthily
you're walking along
with a 21.
Yeah. So what's your movement? 20, 25?
It's 25.
Okay, so round it down and have is like 10-foot moves, 15 to be kind, right? And it's just like do, and then he's halfway through the next one, and just like the whole fucking wall just comes down on him.
And for my little illusory image that I've sustained, I am going to use its action to...
Now, hang on a second. How many actions does it take you to sustain? Because you've moved 3 times.
1.
Yeah, you've moved 3 times.
I'm hasted.
Oh, you get the 4th, right. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it's gross.
No, that's cool. Okay, so... Okay.
It's a beautiful,
So
beautiful thing.
what do you get him? Do you try to get him to like what?
I'm going to ready him in an action to dodge the elephant.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be like, look at me! Ignore the man behind the wall curtain.
No, because I can't. You have to like do like ventriloquism for him. Like, it can't speak because it's an image.
This was so cool, though.
So I can like throw my voice to try and deceive it, like, "Hey, come get me," you know. But I'm not going to try to do that. So yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. That is really... I just love how that kind of went down. Look at me! Thud. Oops. All right. So, that brings us to... Who's next? Who's next on the chopping block? Al, we have the North Elephant, the Nile's Elephant. I have you grabbed, and I'm going to impale you on a tusk. Nothing personal. It's been a bad day. The people who I village with and possibly tame me have all burnt, and we trampled some cult. It's been a thing. Nothing personal. Here comes the tusk. Natural 20. You have a name. Instead of suffering double damage, how about we draw a card? I mean, it might be something debilitating, but I bet it's better.
I'll step in for this with when Frank said the same thing. Fuck no. Those crit cards are garbage.
What?
Sorry. They only benefit you. They do not benefit the player.
Okay. You sure? All right.
Positive.
Because this would actually help you. This would actually help you.
There's no such thing.
Trust it. Knockback. Target is pushed 10 feet.
Oh yeah, take more damage. No, thank you.
Oh, you're pushed back. Like you drop yourself. Anyway.
Which is damage, Jeff. No, thank you. I'll just take normal double damage. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. I'll just take my insane damage and like it.
Yeah, the first attack I was a crit as well.
Very well, sir.
Gotta love this.
3d8 plus 9 gives us 68 plus 18. A 6, an 8, a 1, a 3, a 6, a 6 plus 18 is 48 points of damage on the left tusk. Just puts you on there like a marshmallow ready to roast on a fire. Squish. That was visual.
Well, he's no longer a virgin.
Oh! So does he lose his holy powers or gain more? That's the debate for
Well, he gains more holes.
making him far more attractive.
I mean, technically, you could call that a holy power.
Ba-dum-bum. So this is the beginning of my round. I had already had you grabbed and lifted.
Yep.
I skewer you once.
Yep.
I skewer you twice
Yep.
for a 29.
Oh, gee, I think that is.
Second set, 13 more points of damage.
Woohoo! Still alive.
Now, he has a 16. I hit my little button. Notice it's plus 11 because it's -5, right? So it basically goes one tusk, pull you off, still wiggling. Second tusk, pull you off, still wiggling. Huh. And huh. What to do? What would an elephant do? Just keep impaling you? It doesn't seem very elephant-like. I'm running out of tusks. 1, 2, 3.
Eat him.
I'm a vegetarian. I might.
Elephants would probably stomp if they had something like that.
Yeah. That's the funny thing, you know. I got this foot thing. I can drop you as a free action, right? I believe it's a freebie. I let go, and I have a 10-foot reach with my foot. I put you on one tusk. I put you on the other, and I just drop you in front of me and step on you. Thanks, Lobrak, for a crit 35, 10, and another 10 on a D10, and a 6 and a 4 plus 18 is another 48 points of damage, dude.
Well, pack a damn.
Pack of dermy. How you doing there, Niles?
Oh, I wonder.
You dropped to 0.
The elephant doesn't even have that many hit points.
Sure do.
No, they don't.
So what were you at the last hit?
6.
Oh, okay. So we go to wounded 1, you go to dying 1.
Dying
1. But isn't there something to take a dying 2 because of the massive damage?
Was it more than 50 hit points?
No, it was 48. Is it a stock 50 or is there something to do? I'm thinking of thresholds, I'm thinking, right?
Yep.
I know-
Stock 50 for death effect.
Right. Okay.
Which is still death by massive damage.
Right. Oh, yes. So lighting up
That's pretty close.
Niles. I don't know why this reflex thing sticks to you. That's just so mean. Showing your hood. We're going to take you to dying 1. Ta-da. You're at dying 1, sir. On my turn. On my turn.
What type of elephant is this with a 10-foot reach with a foot?
It is a 15-foot reach for the trunk, 10 with the foot. It's a huge creature. It's a jungle creature. Never seen it before. Huge, thick gray skin, big flapping ears, giant tusky teeth. An orc would just be like, "Oh wow, you are my god." Alethea Evening Star.
An orc would probably be like, "Hey, baby."
Oh, it'd be like, this is the war tank that I want to ride around on. So, Alethea Evening Star. How much do I like Niles? Has there been any interaction? She goes north, and she will shoot. Because an elf with a bow is always a handy thing to have on your side. Right? What could go wrong? A hit against the elephant. Get off of him for 2 points of damage. And shoots a second time at penalty. For 3. And gets a critical miss. I have a name. This is not a boss fight. I'll leave these alone. Fine. And as she pulls back, something goes charging past her on her turn from behind, causing her to like stumble forward. Like, you've ever like, there's Captain America on your left. That's nice, right? You ever like walk out in a football field and all the players come pouring past you and your shoulders go, that kind of thing. This is what happened to her. Okay. A streak comes charging out of the bushes, yelling, Niles, can I have a religion check, please? Get ready, Glug Glug, here you come.
I can't. I'm unconscious, Jeff.
You sure? No, it's partial act. Fine. Well, you know what they say. This combat has all happened simultaneously. So give me the religion check, Gibson.
I would love to, but I'm dying. Maybe somebody else who's around can he do that?
Yeah, the goblin clearly knows all the religions.
There you go. Speaking of the goblin, Lobrak, what do you do? This thing that comes charging past Alethea at the top of the map is unknown to us, and it's rapidly closing on the elephant, and will get behind it, kind of thing. And maybe acting this round, but I will, while we're waiting for that miracle, Lobrak, tell us what you're doing, because it's technically your turn.
Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sneaking, and I'm going to move 5, 10, 15.
Sorry, I shouldn't say unknowns to us, because it is yelling some sort of battle cry, like something is coming yelling out of the woods, like, blah.
Right. So first action, I'm going to move 25 feet up to be diagonal from Niles.
Yes.
Can I make an athletics check to grab him and just start dragging him back into the brush?
Sure. I really don't think this thing has like an attack of opportunity.
26.
Yeah. Okay. So you weren't using stealth. You just kind of like you run up. You grab him. Now he dropped him. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So you grab him and just pull a leg, and with your amazing strength that wasted the mighty caribou at the river kind of thing, that surge comes upon you, and you just yoink. Now there's got to be some rules for dragging, Joe. Let's talk about that.
Half movement.
Okay. So you want to clock it, sir?
I can drag back 10 feet then. So we'll move you back there. This gives you a little bit of cover.
All right.
Come on, you long shank, can't die on me now. And that's my turn.
Awesome. All right. So, if our special cameo guest is ready, give me a nod there. Yeah? Please welcome, in the middle of this initiative order, you know him as a patron, longtime fan of Mongers, especially in the Star Wars department, that we gave him his chance to stardom. Just like Mark Wahlberg was called up to sing in that rock metal band, Mr. They're all shaking their heads. Oh, I hate it when I show my age. Well, a guy is as old as me. How about that? Mr. Doug Baldwin is in the house tonight. And out of the jungle, crying a champion's cry to his god, would you describe what they see, what they hear? Doug.
By the power of Naricus, I gonna kick your ass.
Okay.
A large orc emerges from the bushes carrying a great sword over his head, running in angry, and whacks into the beast that is attacking these poor creatures. Especially probably the one that now Niles was on, because he's fallen. So now I'm trying to keep him from getting just trampled.
Oh yeah. No, you're here's you coming along the top, right? So as if, like I said, the initiatives do technically happen simultaneously, blowing past Alethea. Let's just say you're Yell distracted or coming across the top of the map, blowing past Alethea. Okay, you enter the map. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Do you have reach? No.
I do not.
45. Come on. I don't know why I won't put you at the top of that map. 45 will put you at the back of this pachyderm. Okay? So let's say, counting your actions from the corner of the map, 45 feet is how much your movement? 2 actions?
It's just over 2 because my move is 20 at the moment.
Oh, okay. So
So that's what, all 3.
okay.
Move, move, move.
Move, move, move. All right. I will be so kind for Theater of the Mind to drop you. See the corners here? You know, the proverbial 5 square. As soon as you hit her, you exist, which is 5 feet up. So I'll be that nice to, like, 40 feet put you at the back of this pachyderm. You have an action left. What do you
Sweet.
What do you wish to do?
I'm going to swing my great sword upon it.
Okay. To the action tab he goes. He hovers his mouse until it turns into a little golden goblet over the first dice set. He swings. It's like we're watching a golf game. And he swings. He's lining up the putt.
Ooh, right into a sand trap.
Call it the
I
number.
don't think he's going to make par on that one.
Doug, you want to call it your number? We saw it, and that's why you got the ooh.
Nice, Aiden. Nice. That's
I rolled
good.
a 4.
You know, I wasn't going to give him a hero point just for that awesome impression later, but now he's doubling down. Yep. You're impressive. Your role playing is impressive, young Padawan. I'm going to give you a hero point.
Well, I've now missed my first shot in both games that I've played.
All right. Thanks for coming out. Doug Baldwin, everybody. We'll just use your next movement to just take your stuff and go.
Anytime you need somebody to miss, you just introduce me to a
Stop
game.
it.
Ooh, new meat shield.
Ah, now we have elves for that. What? Oh, okay. Reyna, the wolf, guards master. And other people are unknown to us. Niles. We get to Niles' turn. Now, in this one round, you took dying 1, but it is your turn. So this is where you make your flat roll.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, that doesn't seem fair. It's like you're already dying 1. You just pop up to dying 2 if you fail.
If I fail my roll.
Oh, or you could also pop up like a daisy, right?
No. And I rolled I can't see.
11.
An 11.
Which is?
Glug glug. Dying 2.
Dying 2.
Wait, I thought you just had to beat a flat 10 on the roll.
Plus your dying conditions.
Ah.
How far do you, since I'm ignorant, how long do you have it continue?
So did you not make that then?
Yeah, you're dying.
It's a flat 10 plus
sorry.
your dying condition?
Yeah,
that's
that's
11.
11.
You hit
Yeah.
hit it,
Sorry,
buddy.
I hit it. I'm so used to now when you die, it's a fail in this game for most stuff.
What? No. If they say the DC is, then that's the number you got to hit.
Yep.
That's a success.
All right, so yeah, I am now
Wounded 1.
wounded 1 and at 0.
But he's awake. And you're allowed to take. Yeah, I would say you're unconscious?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's magical healing that wakes you up, isn't it?
Or spending all my hero points.
Oh, right. I want to live. But meta is something, So let's go up into Niles, right? So Niles gets tusked, marshmallowed, thrown down, trampled like he's about to become, the roasted wiener fire. And then, you're drinking and it's like you're in that limbo of dying, right? And we're going to take you out momentarily of the scene. And here on a dusty plain of nowhere, of a limbo, you are staring at a bright lit sky. You roll over, you feel like crap, and a handsome V-chested shirt, big flagon in hand, puts away a rapier, perfect hair, perfect teeth, reaches down like he's going to hand a hand towards you, like he's going to aid you. And then he grabs you by the leg and turns around and just starts dragging you off in your hazy dying stupor. Caden Kalilian, well, I guess that's one way for him to claim you, possibly, Niles, while you're unconscious.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Bring us back
The
to
real question is, does he have a mustache?
an epic one. Oh, come on. If it isn't obvious, like he went for the leg, it's obviously Lobrak. He's just delusional. I gotta spell it out for you. Oh, I didn't. I just did. Oh, damn it. Elephant 5 is really mad because it's...
Yeah, you can take that slowed condition off him now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I just noticed it because it popped up in the log there. He doesn't have that anymore. I wish he did. That'd be great.
No, he's not in it. Oh, it does say slowed. That's fun.
Yep.
It's funny. It won't let me take it off.
Ha 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 ha! The curse of Albrecht.
Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry.
Oh.
So, meanwhile, back to the epic battle. He comes running up and bounces off the rear of this elephant, which turns around and goes, "Pardon." This thing turns around. I will even spend an action. Like, I'm sure this thing can just turn, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, huh? Right? No, I see Lobrak run out. Like, I was looking, I'm stomping on this guy. Lobrak runs up and starts dragging him off into the bushes. I take one step forward, and then something smacks me in the ass. Then I turn around and go, "Pardon." And you're looking down the barrel. Glug glug. The most magnificent. You just saw something in the jungle. Now, you have been here for a little while. And the half-orcs that you travel with, which we will get into encountering later, have had some intel on what's here. This thing is called a packet derm. Pretty sure. No, an elephant. Maybe you want to do a knowledge recall, but you're pretty sure they talked about this thing. It's supposed to be a big, gentle beast. You just leave it alone. Anyway.
I'd love to do that. Thank you.
Another I'm so sorry.
I have dubious knowledge. So what is likely to happen is to remember something true and something untrue at the same time, but not know which one's which.
Oh, we're going to have to get to that on your turn. But right now, it welcomes you. It sticks out its nose and tries to wrap it around your body. And it grabs you with a 31 and lifts you off the ground. And it sees your tusks. And you think, yes. You ever see that scene in Riddick where he finds those lava dogs? And he sits down, he looks it in the eye, and they kind of bond. You have that moment. I will even let you act out of turn by spending your hero point right now to make a nature check to command the animal to stop and put you down. This is all legal. You can spend a hero point to act out of turn. If you were trained in nature, give you an awesome DC. You can stop the madness.
I am not trained in nature.
So, another marshmallow attack. Thank you for coming out, Doug. Tusk number 1. 19 and a miss. Oh! It goes to put you on the tusk and then just kind of forgets what it's doing and draws you in close looking at those magnificent tusks that you have. Confused. It makes a recall check. Do I know what this is? Is it tasty? Should I be mad at it? I'll even throw our newbie a slide and not conquer my last action. Albrecht! Albrecht.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do?
I am going to look inside this hut where we heard the calling from.
I love this in the chat. Solarius do. It's like when you lift up a baby and it smiles at you. You know that the throw up is coming. And he says, you know that the throw up is coming, but it's smiling at you. That's great.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, do I see anything inside the hut?
Yes.
Would you like a perception?
Yeah, no. It's kind of obvious. It's burnt out. You know, I'll give you this for free. You see a man, a human. You assume he's from the Moagi. He has the same skin tones that are immune to the sun. though he looks human, and his leg is trapped under a log, and he's calling out in the Mwangi language. You've heard the elves use it. They have their Elven and they have their Mwangi because they hit you with it going, oh, do you speak this? No. Do you speak this? No. That kind of thing, right? He's calling for help. Anyway, he calls, like now that you're looking at him, he calls and the animals remain agitated. They really don't like him yelling. You just suddenly do the math, and not from a nature check. I'll give this to you for free because the elephant is 30 feet away and he's going, help, 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 make himself hoarse, right? He doesn't see you, but he goes, help. And the elephant seems to twitch and look around and he's like, help. Like, well, he's crying out in pain. You don't know what he's saying. Sorry. But he's trapped under a log, you know, you doubt he's saying, this is great. Give me more. Somebody bring me another log, you know. Okay, you bastard. We'll call you. This is Lobrak's department. Bring him over here. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'll move up to him, going shh,
Okay.
and try and pull the log off of him.
Okay. Can I have an athletics check?
You can. Of 24.
22 is what I'm looking for. The mighty Albrecht. Chest hair popping out of his robes.
Swole.
Chest hair popping out of his robes like Miros, right? Just for a moment.
Spits on his hands.
Yeah.
This is for Miros.
Miros isn't dead. He's back to the portal.
He's dead to me.
Miros or Messina? Sniffing us. Anyway. No, I have it on good authority that Ryan is going to try very hard to clear his life schedule and join us for our evil campaign. That's right. 5 weeks, all October, we're going to be playing our Hell's Vengeance Pathfinder 1st Edition, clearing the board. We've banked a few episodes of this kind of thing so that, you know, that they will carry it. We're not going to all Rollmongers going to stop. But when these bonus episodes bleed out, why, by the time you're listening to this in a recording and not live, we could be all up to our necks in evil with Messina. And Matt looking him in the face saying you're dead to me. But moving on. Al, you spot, you move, you lift, he's free.
Yay, I have one action left to sustain that spell.
Okay.
And I am going to now use those two actions to run the illusion towards the other elephant. And I'm just going to literally... yeah, because he's grabbed, right?
Yeah. Notice me drawing the mini in. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I like you.
Can attack with it.
Nope. And if it suffers any damage, it goes poof.
No, I can.
Oh, you can attack with it. Okay.
Well, yeah.
So waving its arms, dancing around, waving a horse chopper. Like I'm assuming you do the Lobrak weapon and all, right?
Yep.
You remember this? It hit your leg 5 minutes ago, 30 seconds ago. Not even. 20 seconds ago? 10 seconds ago?
Yeah. Not long ago.
Jeez, if I remember that, I would have stomped right after Lobrak, body or no body. Damn it.
No, I think I'm going to keep him kind of centralized because he seems to be holding the attention of an Oliphant.
Well, we haven't come around to the elephant's turn, so perhaps something's about to go down. Anyway, you keep him up and going, you're good?
Yeah, I'll keep him up and going.
Okay. The next elephant. I mixed up my elephants. Whoops. I forgot I changed positions with them. So with nothing really changing, because like going around the board, you know what I'm saying? Like that elephant would pick him up, go through the same motions, right? It's just only earlier. So Al, just so you know, that this would have happened earlier, like just before you, because then it's you, that's the other elephant, right? So not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He goes for your Lobrak and tramples.
Okay.
But he doesn't trample it, like go up to it and step on it. He, tries to like run through it, and goes up, to the other elephant. How's it going?
Okay.
Right? What do you got there? Nice tusks. So your little dude needs a reflex.
Yeah, I just Saving throw modifiers equal to your spell DC minus 10. What is my spell DC? Where is that?
Should be your level plus your big fat brain.
Don't know.
It'd be 10 plus 6 for your level plus your intelligence modifier.
Probably charisma because I'm a sorcerer.
Okay, charisma. Sorry. What's your charisma mod?
My charisma modifier is +4.
Yeah.
Sexy.
So I'm thinking.
Sexy dwarf.
I think it starts at 10. Add 10 is 20. Take 10 away is 10. So you have plus 10. Reflex save.
Okay.
Basically, what they're doing is your DC has that static 10. They're taking it away so you don't count it, and you're really just running off of mods. Your brain, your level. Makes sense to me. 12. Fail. Crit fail. What? Yes, Joe.
Okay.
Joe?
Yeah, it's your brain or whatever, but it's also proficiency and other stuff like that.
Oh, okay. What else?
This
You
is spellcasting.
yeah. So what else? You
Yeah, no, there is. It's somewhere. I have it somewhere. I just don't know where to reference it from. I have seen it.
Okay. Well, you failed by 12, right? So
Yeah.
you need at least 3 not to be a crit fail, but
It doesn't matter. As soon as I fail, as soon as he fails a saving throw, he dissipates.
it dissipates, right? So, but
Yeah.
but we'll leave that as your homework. Find it, find this
Yeah.
stuff out, sorcerer. And that's that elephant, right? Alethea. Okay, now this thing is grabbed. Crap. What am I going to do? She's going to move up. And post on this corner here. She's supposed to be in the square above, but I can't seem to get them up on the top of the map for some reason. And is going to shoot at the elephant that, I came with you guys. I think she'll commit. Not happy about this. She will start shooting at the elephant that you're trying to dupe. With arrows. I just realized something. Let's go back in the chat. I was shooting arrows, not short bow. +2, not +12. Alethea Evening Star, +12. Oh, no, okay, never mind. Yep, 7 to, okay. I thought I was rolling the wrong ones, but no, I got it. Sorry, her longbow. I was a little worried there that we were not representing her. 32 with a critical. Followed up by 3 with a critical miss. Now, had her do a critical miss, and the orc hit her. So what I'm going to do to bung her up a bit is cost her an action. So her... You can only do 2. She recovers for an action. She moves, and then her final action, which is her first, is the first shot, which is a critical hit. That actually cancels critical miss. I guess I should call that out earlier. I'm not trying to jinx this or, give her any kind of advantage here. Just trying to come up with something. Costing actions is usually a basic 101 for, for the crit. Jason Bowman's been all over Twitter lately going, hey, be flavorful. You don't have to, kill them and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, aren't you the same guy that put out these crit cards that do exactly that? So I guess he's just kind of saying, hey, guys, it's a no-brainer. Decide if you're going to use the cards or just decide to use your imagination copter to make things interesting. So she does manage a crit on the elephant. And the good news is D8 piercing. If I got a critical hit... Oh, I should have did the damage right away. Deadly D10. So it does a D8 plus a D8 plus a D10 on a crit. For a total of 11 points on our elephant. So... these things have not taken a lot of damage, by the way, guys. We've barely hit these things.
One of them should have 17 more damage, because there was an accidental heal from Joe prior to game starting.
The upper one?
I don't remember which one.
Yeah,
I can't scroll.
Elephant 5. Yeah. The guy that charged down is now on the bottom. I'll give it to him. So that's 34. So now he's not doing so well. And that's Alethea. Lobrak, you're up.
All right. Is it a free action to drop weapons?
Yeah, should be.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna drop my horse chopper, and it's gonna just, impale into the ground right next to Nile's head. And I'm going to run up with drawing my dog slicer.
I love Aiden. He's trying to give me something to work with in the Neverworld. Eh? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Draw my dog slicer, and I'm just gonna start slashing, this big thing's buttocks, because I got flanking, which means it's flat-footed, and I get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Woo!
But it's not flat-footed by somebody that's grabbed, because it doesn't threaten when you're grabbed. Joe? Our orc is up in the air, so technically not flanking, because you can't. You got to threaten the square, and when you're grabbed, you are not threatening. What?
Diagonally across from
Yeah.
a teammate.
Yeah.
Then yes, it doesn't matter.
Even if we're grabbed.
The only time it doesn't matter is if they're unconscious,
All right.
because it's still a threat.
Yeah, that's
Their attention
yeah.
Because I'm about to ask whether I can attack.
Yeah, he can use like light weapons and stuff, and yeah. Okay.
All right. Attack
hang,
one.
all right, hang on a second. I got to give this guy all those conditions, right?
Oh yes.
So what are we looking at here? Elephant 14. Elephant 14. Because I want to see if this will do it, automatically for you. Would be awesomely fun and nice, right?
Yes.
So I'm flat-footed, and I'm flanked. But normally it's just flanked.
Well,
Because it's the same effect.
yeah, being flanked gives you the condition of flat-footed,
Oh, yeah, so they don't actually have the condition of flanked in here anymore. Just being flat-footed. Okay.
which is a -2 to AC.
Yep. That should put it in there.
Yep.
So what'd you get?
I got a 19.
Okay, let me just double check. My AC goes from 23 to 21. That is a miss.
Alrighty. And I will take a second strike at a -4 because I have an agile weapon. I got a 12, so still missed.
And because of the flanking, that would have been a critical miss, but it is not. So, still something to be said for the wonderful world of flanking.
Woo.
Anything else, sir?
Nope. That's all 3 actions.
All right.
Move, slice, slice.
All right. Next, we have Mr. Glug. Can we call you Mr. Glug, or can we call just Glug? Because his first name is the same as the last name?
Mr. Glug was my father. Sorry.
I answered to either.
He's on fire tonight. Look at him go, eh?
Look, sleep deprivation plus alcohol apparently is great for me roll.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Should have showed up Tuesday.
So,
Sorry, Doug.
All good.
Okay.
Doug Glug Glug.
Can one attack while grabbed? I'm pretty sure you can with like a light weapon.
I cannot attack with the two-handed weapon.
Uh,
Okay, can I break free?
Yes, you make an athletics check against my fortitude. No, against the grab, which was really high. It was like 33. So on your main page should be your saving throws on the bottom right, and just click on your fortitude, hit the dice or hit the window, and boom, it'll give you like your plus 14 will pop up.
I'm doing
If he's doing an athletics.
Oh, athletics. Sorry, I'm talking about your fortitude.
But-
and skills. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, if the difficulty is 30 something,
You have a 12.
I'd only break. No, I know, which means I'd have to roll a natural 20 to break it.
These are the odds Niles faced. And now it's your turn by the same elephant. Taking the wiser course. Now, talk about devious knowledge. Did you want to do a recall? Maybe think of something that would...
No, I'll save that for something else. Knowing some dubious knowledge while I'm being grabbed is not really the kind of thing I'm thinking about
Just
right
saying,
now.
no one's...
Sorry, let me cut in really quickly.
Yep.
So it appears that you can attack with, even a two-handed weapon in this system if you're grabbed.
Oh, there you go. Sure. So, go nuts.
Severia says, I believe he can attack while grabbed as long as he performs a flat 5 check.
I appreciate the chat, but I'd also appreciate the fact I'm surrounded with rules lawyers, and don't keep digging deeper and deeper and then into the chat to try to prove yourself right. I'm wrong. I admit it.
Oh, I wasn't.
No, I'm just having some fun with you.
I don't know what a flat 5
and
check
Drew
is.
there.
That is only for manipulate actions.
Why not
And
cast a
attacking
spell?
is not one of those.
Yeah. If you can cast a spell, you can do that.
Okay.
Or try to.
And I don't have attack
I
of
was like-
opportunity or anything, so he's grabbed you, and you're like, oh yeah, like your 2 hands are free. They're over the head. He grabbed you on the middle. You just come down, right?
And I will attack with my...
Now, hang on a second.
greatsword.
There is one thing there's a condition I want to give Glug Glug before you swing, because you are grabbed, and that might do something to you, penalties or whatever.
Gives flat-footed and immobilized.
There you go. So you can't move, but you should be able to attack. So off you go. Have fun with it. Swing. He's on the second green, and there's a shot, and with a
27.
that's he's got right on the through the fairway and on the green. He must like that one. And for damage, ooh, d12s. I miss those. I miss frag so much.
didn't roll
He
very
used to
well.
roll d12s.
Only 13 points of damage.
Frank
Did
used not to
roll
roll well sometimes. I miss Frank. Sorry. 13 is fine, sir, compared to what we've done so far. Just lopping off half this thing's ear. Just boom, there you go. Tusk this, right?
So that's one action.
Mhm.
I can attack again at a -4.
Right.
Is
So,
that true?
-5, unless it's an agile weapon.
so on your
Okay.
sheet, the next dice over should have that calculated. That's why you have like 3 little windows,
Ah,
right?
okay.
And it should have the math done in
Alright.
there.
Well, I will attack again then.
Okay.
And that's going to be a miss.
Oh,
I rolled a 12.
okay.
I rolled a 2,
Yeah.
which...
Now the third hit is something on the leaderboards that people like don't do it. You're just asking for a critical miss. Things go wrong. Blah blah blah. You know, but you could try to wiggle out with your athletics, right? But you could roll a. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, at this point, yeah, then I'll use my athletics to try to break free.
but it's considered an attack action, which means you're still taking -10 to it, or 8 anyway.
Oh, then I can't. There's no way for me to... I didn't realize
I'm just saying you're looking at 20s, but you're risking 1s, and
No, I get. I
Yeah,
did. I
that-
was unaware. So So no,
Yeah.
I won't. I will use my dubious knowledge to figure out something interesting. about that.
now it comes.
So
All right, so let's talk about the champion. Now,
what is the recall?
we have some champions in some other games, but they're like first level. We've never really experienced like a champion full on at 6th level. Not that Doug's ever played second edition before. We're like, well, you'll be fine. You're just so great at Star Wars, you'll be fine. Here's a 6th level character. Of course, we wouldn't do that. Yes, we just did. So, the actual ability of your dubious knowledge, it should be under.
So dubious knowledge. I'm a treasure trove of information, but not all of it comes from reputable sources. When I fail, but not critically fail, on a recall knowledge check using any skill, I learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge, but I have no idea which way to differentiate.
I would love it if your orc like spoke like that in conversation. It's like I'm the educated man. Just stick out your bottom teeth and give us a Sean Connery. Well, actually, Moneypenny, I have erroneous knowledge. Please. Sorry.
So I don't on my skill sheet I don't see recall knowledge. Is that
It's an action that like any character can do. It costs you 1 action, and you try to make the appropriate skill check
that's closest to it?
versus but you get to have the DM peek at the bestiary and go, how good was the roll? Here's something you know about it. Defenses, ability, you know what I mean? It's always good. I would recommend you guys do this out of the gate. Okay? A long time ago, I used to play with this guy called Joe Gibson, and he convinced me that you put a crossbow in everybody's hand, even the frickin' wizard in 1st edition, and the opening thing was a volley. But what if the helmet doesn't matter? Just think of just that sort of opening debuff, right? After playing this game for a while, if as soon as I have you guys roll for initiative, if everyone's opening move was recall knowledge, you guys could staple together a much better picture and the tactics would come obviously. No one does this. So I stomp and I run around with my monsters and have a good time. Anyway.
But Jeff, I just got here.
Dubious. Well, I'm just telling you, like, bringing you up to the so far. So here's the thing. On recall, if you fail, you get Jack. Critical, I tell you, weird stuff. With this special general skill, what they're saying is like they're edging the bell curve in your favor a little bit, actually. Because I get to tell you two things, even on a fail, and you got to decide which one's bullshit, which I think is awesome. So I would actually go with the dubious knowledge over just a recall if I were you, because your odds of getting...
Well, no, dubious knowledge is on a recall check.
Oh, okay.
So I do have to do a recall check based on the skill that you think is most.
But you see, like, this is like a skill that buffs that generic player.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's what we're going for. So knowledge, nature. Okay. Now, you're not trained, but this dubious knowledge seems like you can have like a flat, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see.
So a flat knowledge, like a 10 kind of thing, what would everyone around Galorian know about an elephant? This is what I'm thinking.
Well, what? I need to roll. Let's see.
Their tusks are sharp.
Well, that's Witt.
They never forget.
A target. I've been
They're
dead.
afraid of mice.
Yes.
And warg puppies. So in your skill tab, sir, on the right, there should be dice again that you can roll into the chat, or just double click is my go-to.
Just double tip on the 20. I'm on the skill tab, but I don't see.
So nature halfway down. Look
Yep.
to the right. You'll see tiny little gold dice next to your final bonus. So if you just click on the double click on the number, it'll toss the dice for you. You start trying to pick them up and throw them around. I don't know. It always seems to go weird. 7. Okay.
That's probably a critical fail. It's probably not even a dubious knowledge.
When you were trained as a champion in the art of warfare, because that's part of your gig, okay? The orcs, your god, whomever trained you, trained some very basic siege, attack the wall, get up the wall, that type of thing. And in medieval times, the closest thing you had to a tank was cavalry. Being up on a giant warhorse with the lance gave you reach, gave you speed. You know what I mean? There is legends that in the deep jungles, they have creatures that can be trained as warhorses that are literally like a size bigger, like not just large, but huge. So like triple in size kind of thing, and they're great big gray with even tougher hides than warhorses. And they're vicious, vicious carnivores and have huge tusks and will eat anything.
Get on its back, y'all.
Eating anything, meat and otherwise in its path. This is the dubious knowledge that you have gleaned in your 6-second round, 2 seconds of thought, 3 actions divided by 2 seconds. This is what he yells out. Bringing us to Reyna, who's going to back up. Actually, Reyna is probably going to go into a flank. Back up the master. Anybody wants to flank this thing, feel free. The dwarf sits down a well, wondering if he should follow a tunnel or call to his friends. Niles is wounded 1 and can make a second check to wake up, or are you just going to sit there until exterior healing? What have we got? Anything?
I need healing to wake up, Jeff.
Okay. So
Second.
you're just kind of out of it for now.
Yep.
Well, you came close. Just saying, I do have blank character sheets if you care to dabble for a backup guy, because you never know when these things are going to turn around and do another trampling run, because Lobrak did not pull you very far. Dude, like you put him like 10 feet away in the underbrushes. This thing turns around and goes stomping into the bush. That's just me. I care about you. But I will say that in your mindscape, in this limbo, on your way to what you believe is heaven or hell, this handsome, possibly godlike creature that is dragging you by the leg turns smiling at you, pulls his rapier, and then suddenly throws it down and then impales on the ground next to your head. and then drops your leg as if to say, there's a weapon. Get up and fight. Wake up and fight. And goes walking past you. And as his legs boots past your peripheral vision over top of your head, if you turn around, he's gone. And only the rapier remains. These are the epic times of Nile's mind. Bring us to round 6. Elephant. I have a snarling wolf behind me. I have a dude. Good thing you're grappled, otherwise they'd go after you. So, elephant number 5 is going to turn around and say, hi, Mr. Wolf. How's it going? This is my trunk. These are my tusks. This is what happens to you. Plucks the wolf with a 34. And 1 tusk. Oh, sorry. That's wrong. Because that should have been at -5. So that's actually 23. Just quickly check Raina's out. She could have a 23 AC. You don't know. You have no idea. AC for Raina. Raina the wolf. 23. Really? Oh, wow. But that still hits. Sorry, Sam. She's gonna kill me. Tusk number 1. Here comes 3d8 for the wolf, 24 points. And tusk number 2 modified with a miss. The wolf takes 24 points of damage, and now it's Albric's turn. Al, what do you do?
I don't know. It's tough. It's almost like I got to do everything myself.
No.
So I've removed the log from the guy. I've shushed him. I pointed into a point in the forest behind me, indicating that he should get the F out of there. And let's see. Oh no, I can't do that because rain is in my way. I cannot do that. Oh, I could do that. Then I'd kill everybody.
Hey, new party, new season.
Well, I'm gonna move.
I would love to see the look on Corey, Sam's, and Spiegler's faces going, guess what? We're moving Age of Ashes to Monday night. It was a TPK. You are now stars of the show. They're just going to play Star Wars on Friday. And somehow they're fine with that. Here you go. Screw this adventure. Al killed us everybody. You've gone mad.
Hey, I'd be okay with that.
All right then. Ye old faithful.
Magic missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it with me. You just say it.
So I can still, because I'm hasted, do the full 3 missile barrage.
Now, there's someone going back through the old shows, and they are just bleeding hard. Oh, missiles wrong, still wrong. You guys are still getting magic missile wrong. Like, we had it so screwed up about the level you're supposed to be before you can enhance it. Did we ever fix that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, by the time we actually figured out that we were doing it wrong, I had it right.
because you're at the right level,
Yeah.
and you're 6th level now, so it's probably even bigger.
No, I'm only doing heightened 2.
So there you go, fans. We level into our problems until they go away. Feel free. It's like, well, I can do it now. You're not gonna go back in time, Okay, fine.
So this is 6 missiles.
Oi. And Vey.
So I am going to click this 6 times. Six, right? So 4 and 2 and 4 is 10 and 2 is 12 and 4 is 16 and 2 is 18 points of damage to Oliphant. Lasers.
Elephant 5.
The one that I have targeted, yes.
Yeah. Nicely done. Probably gonna take it out on the wolf. I don't know what magic is. I pick up this wolf, I put him on my tusk, and then around the wolf a halo of missiles penetrating my flesh. It's a magical wolf. slams down, cursing Troy LaValle. And that's the end of that. wolf.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
It's been a while since I made a GCP joke. Anyway, Al, what else you got for us? Anything?
That's it. That's my actions.
Okay.
1 movement, and my remaining 3 actions went into pummeling it with 6 missiles.
I'm not even going to insult it with like some kind of golf reference. That was just too awesome. All right. The next elephant still has this guy, and you are still smacking me in the face, which it doesn't like that very much. So this elephant is basically going to... if you hit me, then I don't want you... Did you actually get a hit off on me or no? Doug? Yeah, you got 1 hit. Okay. So I don't like that. So it, like an animal, which it is, it throws you down for free, like drops you. And I'm going to step on you with my foot. Gives you some foot action. 27 for a hit. And
27 will.
2d10. You take 26 points of damage. But it's not done. It stomps more. Stop. 29, even with multi-attack. Wait a minute. Oh, right. 16 minus 5, 11. Okay. We're good.
29 will hit me.
22 points. Stomp. And that's me, because even elephants are smart enough not to try that third thing. That's just crazy. You're just asking for to break a tusk or something. So forget that. And I would move because I know I'm getting hit from both ends, but I'd have to end him friendly, and I'd be off the map and all that. So no, he's going to stay put. Just stomping away on the guy, Glug, the 5-minute champion. Will he make it to the end? Alethea changes targets. No. Oh, my precious wolf. Oh, my God. She's going to drop her bow, pull her sword, and try to get into a flanking position to help this wolf who's been picked up. And now we're going to give the flat-footed to other elephant. And we're going to go to Alethea. And Alethea, in a brilliant flash of sword play, with a short sword, comes at this thing. 25 with a hit. And does D6 plus 2 does 6 points. And just starts wailing on it. Second hit. 17 also hits for 23 and 3. And just starts stabbing the crap out of the back of this elephant, screaming Rhea's name. No, put it down. Lobrak.
Yes. I am going to keep slicing at this thing. Hopefully I can pierce its hide, because I've not had a great job doing that before. Oh, that's a natural 20 for a 33. That's a critical hit. Alrighty, let's roll the damage. So that is 21 points of damage plus an additional 2d6 for sneak attack, so 11. I needed to drop that on the elephant. If you can add that to him.
Elephant number 14.
Yes, elephant number 14.
How much?
And then 11 points of damage.
Okay. Total?
No.
Okay.
So 21 was already automatically added.
Yeah.
You just need to add the 11.
Oh, the actual sneak attack stuff, yeah.
Yes, and then I actually need to look up the dog slicer, because I have something that allows me, whenever I crit, to get the critical specialization from whatever weapon I'm wielding.
Okay.
And I actually don't have that written down because I didn't think I was going to crit.
Let's get critical, critical. Come on, get critical. Stab it in the butt.
Sword. The target is made off balance by your attack, becoming flat-footed until the start of your next turn. So doesn't matter whatsoever.
But good to know these things and look them up for the future.
Exactly.
Exactly. Somebody's won. Anything else, Lobrak?
Yeah, so that was just my first attack. Let's go for number 2.
All right.
Ooh, that is a 13, so that is very much a miss.
Regular miss, but not crit, so you're okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna step up 5 feet
Okay.
to kind of the edge of the map.
Yeah. I know it won't, but we get it because you're halfway between the squares.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and so that's my turn.
Glug glug.
Okay.
Now,
I'm-
technically, he dropped you. So this time, like unlike the trample, right? Because it just drops you, poof, right? You're prone. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you the prone condition. He drops you.
Can my acrobatics do anything
Yes.
to make me
Yes.
not be prone?
Because just like when you fall, you can catch yourself. Should be a pretty basic acrobatic. Just
Now, would that have been a reaction at the time that he dropped me?
yeah, but I would be like last round's reaction.
I'm not acting. I just don't want to be on the ground now. that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I mean, if I could, or not have to use my action economy now to not be prone. I don't need to retcon everything.
No.
I'm trying to figure out what.
You can use your reaction, the acrobatic check, because like this thing has you, and when they curl something up, right? They don't just go around and lift. He turns you to put you on the tusk, so you're horizontal. This is what I'm picturing. When he drops you, you land, poof, right? Not high enough for you to kind of like get your feet under you. So I'm gonna go, well, I can see Joe going, no, yes, no. Well, you know what? We'll worry about 2020. We'll see what Benny has to say. Anyway, what'd you get?
28.
Yes, you get your feet under you when you hit the ground, and then he steps on your feet and your knees, and like steps on.
Kicks me.
Yeah, kicks it. It's trying to step on you, getting battered, right? Well,
Okay.
you're just rolling around.
Questions about casting spells, like lay on hands or weapon surge. Do I need to have a free hand? I mean, if I've got a two-handed weapon, I'm just trying to figure out.
If you want to cast a spell on your weapon, you can do the Gandalf staff thing. Like you can just let go because you're not wielding it. Like if you're gonna strike with two hands, then cast a spell and block. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, you need a single hand free to cast a spell, right, Joe? No.
Depending on the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it's somatic,
So
then
It
then
is.
you need
yes,
both hands free.
Oh, if it's somatic, you just need one.
Just
one hand
Okay.
free.
But if it's deity somatic, that's you can be using that with your holy symbol, so you technically don't need a free hand. It all depends on the spell.
I'm actually
Okay,
for all the
so-
echoes I've bitched about from all the cast members. I like this one because when he's rules lawyering, it sounds like Moses up on the hill, and this is this how shall it will upon the mountain. Sorry.
Interestingly enough, and it would suck if, because I use a two-handed weapon, if I have. So anyway, weapon surge.
'Kay.
Semantic.
Right.
Holding your weapon aloft, you fill it with divine energy. On your next strike, that weapon.
Yeah.
I gain. a
Yeah.
plus
So
one
you're
status.
you're on your feet, right? You just do the He-Man. You bring it up with one hand, cast with the other, place him at the top, and call out yo.
So I assume
deity's
the weapon
name?
surge is at least one action.
It should say.
Oh,
It should tell you. The spell should actually have so many little arrows beside it.
No, it is a focus spell.
Oh, so just
Cost
So it's
one
one of my
action.
focus pool.
Okay.
It's one of my focus pools.
Okay, so-
and so it's
yeah, that-
one action.
that's a single action, and it's a spell, a combat spell. So I'm assuming that's a combat action. No, it's just a buff.
It's a focus spell. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just saying it doesn't cost him his first strike and penalties. He can just go at full.
Nope.
Okay, so there you
That
go.
would really
because it does
suck
not have the
to do that to my weapon.
Okay, so you cast a spell, you can strike at full power, right? So
Yeah, and I
can I have a little RP there, Glug Glug? You're gonna give us the Grayskull? What's your god's name again? By the power of
gotta look him up.
gotta look him up.
Arrakis. By the power of Narakis, I'ma kick your ass.
Aiden loves it because he actually lives in the southern hemisphere of the
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
I live in the South. I was born in the South.
Really? Well, you cover your accent so far pretty good.
I've lived all over the United States.
Oh, okay.
So,
And your guys lived all over this jungle. Swing, batter, batter, swing.
now this does not have that bonus in it because I don't know how to make that bonus.
Right. So
into it,
on the
but
bottom left,
I'll
right
just
next to your
roll.
dice, it says modifier. Giant window, gray, it says modifier right next to your actual visual dice on the bottom of your actual
Oh,
HUD.
Right.
Right? You can click in there and just put in a giant plus something. Free modifier, negative to any roll.
So just give me a +1 to hit.
Yep.
And then there will be a damage bonus, but I'll just roll that separately.
So how'd you do?
Sweet.
What'd you get?
A 33.
Which is yeah, critical. So before you roll anything else, hit the damage. It'll actually say damage blah blah piercing. The entire word. Just double click on the words and numbers that say your damage, and it'll roll them for you. And not only that, it rolls special little green ones, which mean those are the crit dice.
damage.
And it's like D12s, man. It's like 4D12.
And I also get another D12 from my weapon surge,
Okay, so you can just pick up one and
which
toss
I'll
it.
roll separately. Yeah.
Is that doubled by the crit as well?
No, magic does not double
Oh,
unless there's some
magic criticals. But I don't know how.
in the
enhancement
new
spell
one.
would work.
Yeah, actually, it might. Joe, magic missile can crit and double damage, right? So why not a surge damage?
Every spell is different. It states in the spell.
Okay, so at the bottom of the description of the actual spell, it should be on a critical, blah blah blah. If it says nothing, then it won't.
It has, if the weapon has a striking rune, nope, there's nothing about, up to a map, and nope, there's no
Okay.
aspect of
Because
critical
they'll put it right in the descriptor. So,
Okay.
any,
So I rolled a 7,
yeah.
and that takes it to a 39 total.
Okay, so you got 8, 3, 9, 2, not bad-ish, plus 10, 39. Okay, so
Right. And it didn't take the 7, you need to do that.
right, I was gonna
manually.
say if so, you're on elephant 14. I'll just add the extra 7.
Now,
Ouch.
what is, like, disengaging do? Well, actually, I'll stay. I'll do another attack. I got one more attack.
A lot of
right?
creatures, barely anything has attacks of opportunity, so you can just turn and run, or you can take your 5-foot step back and then disengage and get the hell out of there.
I have to butt in here because with
Sure.
weapon surge
Yeah.
Okay.
being a new focus spell, because we
Yeah.
don't really use focus spells, so holding the weapon aloft, blah blah blah. You get a +1 status bonus to hit. If you hit, you deal an extra die of damage.
She did.
That would be critical.
Right? If the weapon has a striking rune, instead increase that number of damage by 1. So adding another because it is a striking weapon. So that's 2.
Oh, it's
12. Not one.
Actually, technically, it's a striking weapon.
Yeah, I know.
In the chat.
okay, right. So he built a 6th level character and had the magic for a +1 striking cold iron greatsword. Right. And you have 2 dice up, which you rolled on second 7, so 7 more old.
So-
Yes. You can but insert
46.
Joe, you are the official rules lawyer. You know, I say my piece. You're allowed to add to it. I just appreciate you not jumping in the middle to see my long game, because I would rather hear it from you than
The chat.
our guy Benny. Now you got to hand it to we poke fun at this guy. I have to give Benny a shout out on our YouTube. This guy has started watching Age of Ashes late, and has taken the time not only to enjoy the show, but he must have taken notes, because he's played through the adventure and he's comparing the differences. And he very nicely points out a lot of, faux pas. One thing that gets me is the passive aggressive. They're going, I don't understand why this character did this. I don't understand why the NPC did this. I don't understand why because it happens differently. Now there's a lot of stuff in the adventure that talks about how a character will act, and I just assuming it's superseding rules or superseding something obvious, you know. But all in fun, Benny. We're glad you're out there. We're glad you're leaving comments. You know, hardly anybody does. Please continue, good or bad, friend or foe. But we don't want to put you out of a job, so you know you might want to.
So before we move on too much further from the critting, I was reading through precision damage and the rogue sneak attack, and it doesn't specify that it isn't doubled on a crit. Because in first edition, it does specify precision damage is not doubled on crits. Second edition doesn't say as such. So I don't know what the
how many
rule is.
dice you get there?
2d6 for sneak.
Not double.
Yeah, like
It's right in the core rule.
it doesn't double.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's just added.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
No,
'cause
no,
I didn't see the call out specifically.
Yeah,
on
no,
that,
dude. Like,
so-
if damage owed, I would rather have us retcon that and give the extra elephant another slash than have it turn around and kill you, which is about to do, because you're chewing up.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. So, look,
Yeah.
he's just trying to get the. Would you stop rolling? I know you coulda, shoulda, woulda with these sticky little d6s in there. It slipped. I'm not putting that on the elephant.
It genuinely did slip. I swear it was up in
I
the chat
just
log.
wanna know.
I was like, why is there a dice up there? I clicked it and it was like
Just
5.
wanna
It popped up in the
know.
chat log.
It's a 5. You have to count.
Oh, there you
it.
go. Sorry.
It's a 5.
Are we still on Glug Glug here?
It is. I have one action left. I'm curious
Okay.
on a couple things. Can I cast 2 spells in one round if I have the focus points for it?
As long as they don't take any more actions than you have.
Yeah, so they'll have the chevron count on your focus spells will be there. So if it's a single action,
Right. And it is.
then you can.
Now,
and
now,
then
do you have 2
if-
focus points, or do you have a focus point
Yeah, I
and
do.
the
I have
ability
2
and the
exactly.
ability to bring one back? Okay.
I have exactly 2, and I do have the ability to bring one back, but I'm not looking at
There
that right now.
might be something in the
With,
core rules about
um,
not using more than 1 focus point in a turn. There could be, but we don't know. So we'll let you for now, but we're saying this is not a precedent, right?
And if lay on hands is a first, if it's heightened twice, does that count? Is that another d6?
Now, when you heighten a spell, I think that takes extra action. So
No, it's a natural heightening by leveling. As you get
Oh,
more levels,
oh.
then the spell's power and effect just levels up.
well, if you're 6th level on this character sheet, it should account for it. If you've got yourself as
it'll
a
be counted as a 3rd level.
yeah, like it's
So height
the
3.
the
or sorry,
fantasy ground
height
should do it for you, like it should.
Yeah, I don't have my spells in here yet.
Oh,
though,
okay.
So that's why I'm walking them through manually.
So you want to lay on hands
so
yourself?
Yes, if I can, and if I can touch myself.
Now I know.
I don't want
Now don't.
anybody else. When an elephant grabs me, I touch myself. Oh.
You done?
No.
Okay. It's like- I did wait.
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
wait. I didn't
touch
interrupt the song. I did wait this
anybody
time.
else.
I remember something because I played a champion for like 5 minutes under Jared. That healing yourself is not as effective as healing somebody else. The dice might be
It's,
different.
your hands become infused with positive energy, a healing a living creature or damaging an undead. If you lay on hands on a willing living target, you restore 6 hit points prior to heightening.
Okay.
If the target is one of your allies, you also gain a +2 status to AC. So I probably don't get that bonus because I am not one of my own allies. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Well, that's dark.
There was something in there.
He hates himself.
I love you, Xander. I'll never leave you. Oh, yes. Oh, please. Anyway, but it's a solid. Like you don't roll. It's actually a solid 6 points.
A solid 6, right?
Okay.
And then heightened 1, it says it goes up by another 6.
So-
Would it be heightened
12.
3? Right, but would that be 18 given I'm 6th level? Because
Yeah.
it would have heightened twice by now. So
Yep.
I'd get 18 hit points back.
Okay, so I'll bring you to 30 wounds because you have 48, sir. And that's your
Right.
18 back.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's it. Sorry.
So, Little Gray Skull, changing the name from Norgenberger, because that god's been in my head since Taldor, to, what's your guy's name?
Look, look.
Your god's name. Get a Post-it note, stick it on the screen like I do.
Oh, Narakas.
Narakis. Okay. We'll have to get into a little 5-minute interview with you about, what he stands for. Gray Skull. Juice the sword. Lay into the elephant. And a little love for yourself. And you're done? All right. Reyna is going to try to free itself by acrobaticing, athleticing, something ing. Get the heck out of this thing. 25. Ooh, that's not bad. What did the elephant grab me at, I wonder? Let's go back in time. Elephant. Elephant. Jeez. Anybody?
34.
Damn it. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's tried. But I'm an animal, and I'm just gonna, wiggle. Try again.
Yeah.
Try again, right? Try.
Oh, wiggle.
Oh, wiggle.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Urquhart is busy. Niles is not home right now. Please leave a message. And that brings us up to round 7. Next time on the Age of Ashes podcast. Because if I finish this out and go to like 2 hours, I might kill Doug. I want to kill Aiden. I've almost killed Joe, but I think I want to line some ducks in a row. I mean, the elephants might turn like one little 180, one little slip. And I think that's worth a brand new episode because this is.
I did kind of shove a dog slicer straight up Main Street, you know.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to turn said elephant around. Oh, wait a minute. The guy in front of me hit me, right?
Yep. Yeah, and also critted.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say, whatever's damaging me the most is going to get trampled.
We both critted. We critted from the front and the back.
Yep.
Let's get critical.
But you did more damage.
Yep. I want
You probably have
to
more
trample,
hit
but
points.
yeah, you know what? I'm going to do a drive-by trampling and just go up in here. Only because I know there's a clearing above this part of the map. I just can't get him to stop. Will you stop up there? Okay, he's up there. All right, one more round. We're going long. We gotta know if Glug and Alethea are gonna survive. You know what? It's not even my turn. I keep going for the wrong elephant. We'll see you next week.
That sounds like a personal problem, Jeff.
I'll see you next week. Hey, whatever happened to Oakenheart?
What did happen to Oakenheart?
Oh, don't worry about him. He does this all the time. Takes off on his own in the bush. He'll be fine. No worries.
Hello? Are you all still there? Cousin Al? The rope's broken and I can't get back up. I'm stuck down here. Cousin? Hello?